Shalom. 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 Yeah, it takes a minute. It takes a while sometimes, but like a minute. Shalom. 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 Good. All right, Shalom. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises to the Heavenly Father. We're going to face the east. Yahweh, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth and rule the will. Also, double honors to the high priest present without them. Peace, blessings, salutations to the elect of the house of Israel, who are putting on as the elect, doing the things that are required, operating in discipline, teaching this word right now. All right, and sincerity. Right. All right. We are the branch, the church at Great Millstone, Austin. We come out here week in and week out to prophesy about the downfall of America. Right. Which is written in these scriptures, referred to as Babylon the Great. So we're out here to chant down this place of wickedness, chant down this city, this great city that these scriptures talks about, man, that has been ruling this world in wickedness. All right, this place is the place of chief harlots and whoredom. This place has polluted the entire earth. All right, and so the rulership, the authority of this place is getting ready to go down as you see all these things happening and manifesting in the world news, on the world stage, man. All right, and so we are the Negroes, the Negroes, Hispanic, Native American Indians are the children of Israel. Right. All right, that's our true nationality. We're not blacks, niggas, spics, none of that shit. All right, we are the children of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai when it comes down to it. All right, and our job, the Lord has given or gifted certain individuals to come out here with this message of redemption. All right, this message of salvation. All right, so we're out here to tell these other nations, starting with Esau Edom, the Edomite, the self-proclaimed white man, that his kingdom of wickedness and perversiveness is going down. That's right. All right. You can grab that Revelations 19. And start at 9. All right, because certain men have been given the gift of prophecy. All right, which ultimately is the testimony of Yahweh Shai. It's what's written inside these scriptures. This is what we're bringing out to the so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native American Indians. That you're not Mexican, Cuban, you're not Venezuelans, you're not none of that shit. All right, you are the children of Israel. That's right. All right, Panamanians, none of that. All right, these are bywords and proverbs that the so-called white man has labeled you. Right. Puerto Ricans and shit, you know, all this stuff is words of oppression. All right, this is your title that he has labeled you. All right, so come out of that bullshit right now. In the name of Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 19 and verse 9. And he saith unto me, right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb.
Right, the marriage supper of the Lamb. Yahweh Shai being the Lamb, and those who are being called are the elect of the house of Israel. Only elect or remnant of the nation is going to come back on this side before all the death and destruction and wrath gets poured out, man. Those who have ears to hear and eyes to see, and ultimately those that have been predestinated to understand what the scriptures is talking about, man. You got it.
Revelation 19 and 9. And he saith unto me, right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he saith unto me, these are the true sayings of the Most High Yahweh. Verse 10, and I fell at his feet to worship him.
Right.
And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant,
right,
and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai.
That's right. So this is John the Revelator speaking to the angel. The angel told John not to bow down and worship him because he said, I am your fellow servant. All right. And you got it.
God. Revelation 19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
So this is what the prophets is bringing. They're not speaking of their own words, their own sayings. They're bringing out the spirit of prophecy, which is the testimony of Yahweh Shai. What's written inside these scriptures is what's being purveyed out into this world. All right. So the Lord has given certain individual men a mission to come into this world and chant down Babylon.
Right.
All right. And this is what the men of the Lord, the prophets, have been doing since the ancient of times, man. They've always spoke about the downfall of this place. All right. They always spoke about the downfall of kingdoms, of wicked rulership, and wicked people, man.
That's right.
All right. These are the men that the Lord has set up from the foundation of the earth. All right.
Ezekiel 9 and 4. Yep. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9 and verse 4. And the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai,
Jeremiah 28,
said unto him, go through the midst of the city,
right,
through the midst of Jerusalem,
right,
and set a mark upon the foreheads.
Right. And so going through the midst of the city, the midst of Jerusalem. Jerusalem are a people before a place.
Right.
We've been scattered to the four winds of the earth. So therefore, man, we're everywhere. We look like any and everybody. All right. So we come looking like the so-called white man. We come looking like the so-called black man, or the Puerto Rican or the Native American Indian. We come looking like all shades, colors, and sizes. All right. So this is not a color thing. This is the color construct is something that the self-proclaimed white man, the Edomite, has put inside this world to perpetuate this hatred, one, and also to deify his image. This is why Jesus, the one they ignorantly call Jesus, who is Yahweh Shai, is painted as a so-called white man. All right? So it's nothing but lies and deceit inside of this place, and this is what the men of the Lord are bringing out to the rest of the world. So he said, go through the midst of Jerusalem. You got it.
It's Ezekiel 9 and 4, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
All right, so sighing and crying is a requirement of a man of the Lord. All right, so you're going through the city, going through Jerusalem, and seeing who is not going about their everyday lives, just living it as a modern day Babylonian. All right, all these heathen nations come from India, Pakistan, and then you got them where else just to come over here to Babylon, which is America, to go to fly their damn freak flag. All right, this is a place that says you can do as thy will. Okay, so they come over here to cast their customs and their culture away. All right, so they can come over here and be wild, like wild beasts. Because this place, religion is do as thou wilt. It's Satanism.
That's right.
Okay, it's adverse to anything that's written inside these scriptures. So this is why people come here, which is Babylon, which is to basically to make you drunk off this wines and this philosophies and doctrines, and which is pushes. This is the place of sin.
Yeah, it's the so-called land of the free.
Right? You got it. Yeah. And so it says, go through the midst of Jerusalem and set a mark upon the foreheads, and that mark is the Dawah. It means it's a mark of exemption from the coming destruction on the face of this earth that the prophets are prophesying about. All right? It says, of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst of thereof. So that requirement is that we come out here on the highways and hedges and cast down Babylon, chant it down. All right? We're telling you that this place is not the end all be all, but this place is all lies and deceit, and it will lead you into destruction.
That's right.
All right? It will lead you off the path of righteousness. All right? So we're telling you about the path of righteousness. We're telling you to turn back to the Heavenly Father and His ways. All right? And this is the only way you will be saved, by doing what is required inside these scriptures, not doing what the so-called self-proclaimed white man is telling you to do. Go about your life and exalt the damn woman. All right? Telling you that, man, this world, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. And all these things is lies. All right? And which this man is pushing. You got that in Jeremiah 28?
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, and verse 8, and it reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
That's right, man. The prophets have been before us, have been prophesying the same thing about the downfall of this wicked-ass kingdom, man. The wicked-ass rulership. All right? So this is what the men of the Lord will be doing right now in this day, man. Hearkening, making that way straight into the coming of the Lord, as John the Baptist was, man. All right? He was talking about, man, all this perversiveness and lewdness is getting ready to be destroyed, man. Me and the brother Tazamak we watched a news article earlier about a real heinous crime, man. Talking about somebody's inward parts getting torn out of them by their lower parts, man. A woman for being a whore in these streets.
That's right.
All right, the man put judgment on her by ripping out her inward parts by the lower the regions, man. Not to be so explicit, but man, this is a harsh judgment that's coming upon all that do wickedly inside of Babylon the Great.
That's right.
Can you finish that?
And against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
So prophesy about the evils, the wars, and the pestilence. This is our job, man. We are the real news broadcasters on earth. We're telling you what's happening and filtering it through the scriptures. All right, so we're telling you that the Lord has already predestinated or said or prophesied, which means to say before what's going to happen on earth. And these things are happening. We were talking about the whirlwinds, the tornadoes, the twisters, the hurricanes, the earthquakes. We're talking about the uproar of the people, man. Right. The people down in North Carolina are ready to bring up arms against this government for neglecting them in their worst condition that they're living in right now, man. As the rest of the world goes about their lives, let's go to Walmart, sweet honey, let's watch some sitcoms on TV. You have so-called Americans out here that are suffering, man, and their government doesn't give a fuck about them. All right, and this is all predestinate or talked about inside the scriptures.
Right.
It talks about how it'll be. Can you grab that in 2nd Ezra chapter 9? People against people, or is that
2nd Ezra 15?
15. Like 15 and I believe around 16. Going to sedition of men and people warring against each other, and also in the book of Matthew chapter 24 it goes into it. You got it, huh?
15.
Huh?
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
That's right, man. So we're going into the sword and destruction, drawing nigh to Babylon the Great, man. You got it.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another.
Right?
And swords in their hands.
So everyone is getting to that point that they have to either fight or take flight. So you can't just sit back and just allow things to continue to progressively get worse. You're at that point that, man, you have to pick up a sword and you have to fight for what you know. Everybody is inching into survival mode. Okay, if you're not in survival mode, the prophets of old are in survival mode because we see what's happening on earth. As the world grows weaker, this world is getting more wickeder and more wickeder. So it's more evil spirits on people out here, man. More people just worrying about their own selves and their perverseness and their own wicked ass ways of life, man. They're not worrying about everybody else that they see inside this world. All right, because we are living at the end of days. You got it, huh?
Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
That's right.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right, so they're not going to worry about the authority, the government, the laws, and everything. They're going to do whatever they want to do. Their course of their actions will stand in their own power. The scripture goes into. So you're going to see men standing up against other men in other towns, other cities, all right, other little places and everything, and they're going to overtake that other town. This is called sedition of men. This is called the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, they're going to implement the martial law. This is called Egyptian against Egyptian.
That's right.
All right, this is a plague that the Lord is pouring out on earth. All right, there will be no peace until the rulers that are ruling right now are being taken out of rulership. This is not a continuing city. This is Babylon the Great, which is America inside these scriptures, and it is predestinated to fall, man. All right, and everybody sees that, man. It's you're looking out the window and you see that it's nothing but doom quickly approaching this place, man. All right, can you finish that off? And this is why you need the mark of exemption.
That's right.
This is why you need to hearken into these words. All right, and make no tarry to turn to the Lord, but turn right while the day is nigh. You got that? You right there. Make no tarry to turn to the Lord.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9 and verse 5.
Right.
And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Right.
Verse 6, slay utterly old and young.
Right.
Both maids and little children.
Right.
And women.
Right. So hold on, man. So he says slay utterly young and old, women and children, man. Nobody's going to be saved from this wrath and destruction that's getting ready to be poured out on earth.
That's right.
And it's not a thing on earth that can save you from that day, man. There's no amount of prepping that can save you from what's getting ready to happen on Babylon the Great, which is America. All right? Without this mark of the Wa, this mark of exemption, all right, that is the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua dwelling inside of you.
That's right.
All right? Isaiah 33 and 6. Bible Kashah. You got it. Yep. Oh. I said, make no tarry to turn to the Lord. You got it. No, you can grab Isaiah 33 and 6 right there.
Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6.
That's right.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time.
Right, man. So this Tawah is going into the spirit of truth dwelling inside of you. Okay? So it's a mark of exemption from the destruction that's getting ready to happen. So the only way you can have that mark of exemption if you've been made holy, separate and apart. So if you're going along with Babylon hand in hand, that means you're set or you're marked for destruction. All right? So you're going to take the mark of the MOTB, which is the RFID microchip, because you're going to want to stay in the comfortability of this society, man. And this society, once again, is only going to destroy you. All right? The so-called humanity of this place, there's nothing humane about it, man. You see what's happening in the Middle East. You see what's the genocide that's happening in the Palestine, throughout the whole Middle East, with the so-called JOOs, man, launching missiles and killing women and children. Okay? You see all this death and murder that's just happening and no one gives a shit about, man, but true men of the Lord.
That's right.
All right? All right, you got it.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5 and verse 7.
Let's go.
And it reads, make no tarrying, turn to the Lord, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Most High Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in a day of vengeance.
So in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, for you tarrying, not turning to the Lord, man. All right, you taking your sweet damn time to say, well, man, you know, it's basketball season, after football season, maybe I can live more disciplined life. All right, well, maybe when my woman, you know, she get on board with it. Nah, man, the hell with all that shit, man.
All right.
The Lord ain't dealing with a lukewarm individual that's a sometiming, all right, going about things. All right, soft and weak and effeminate ass individual that's locked into Babylon the Great. The Lord's not dealing with nobody like that, man.
Right.
He's dealing for real strong men that's going to stand up for righteousness that he has predestinated to be standing up in the time in which we live in, man. Because the rest of the world is going to continue to go about, but the Lord has chosen specific men. Who grab that? Who would rise up for me?
Against the evildoers.
You got Bible shot. Hey, speak
That's the
up,
spirit.
brother.
That's the spirit.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 94, you might start at 15.
Yeah.
But judgment shall return unto righteousness.
Come on, judgment is going to turn into righteousness. I mean, the Lord is setting things right. Let's go,
Right.
And all the upright in her shall follow it.
That's right.
Verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoer?
Right. So the prophets of old are the ones who are rising up against the evildoers and telling them that, man, this system is not going to last. All right. All the signs of the times, as it talks about in 2 Ezra chapter 9, all right, it's telling us that, man, when it says measure the time diligently, when you see these things, uproars of the people, brother, you can grab that yard down. 2 Ezra chapter 9 and 1. And you can hold that. Yeah. You got it. Yard down.
2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou that time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
So the Lord is visiting the world in which he made. You continue.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
Earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. This is what's happening. A lot of moaning and complaining at a higher level.
Right.
All right. Malak, you got Proverbs 29 and 2. All right, because you're seeing nothing but people crying, complaining, moaning. All right, you had a Jake on the internet, woe is me spirit, talking about, man, we're supposed to be Americans. They ain't doing shit for us. I'm serious. He was hurt. You know, he was hurt for believing in Babylon the Great, man.
That's right.
He was hurt for believing in a society that's only meant to have him in captivity.
That's right.
And lead him to his destruction, man.
Come on.
You're doing everything for the Venezuelans in Afghanistan. Yeah. No, man, they hate your ass with a passion, Jake. Ezekiel 35:5 talks about the perpetual hatred Esau Edom has for your black ass, man. All right, you got it, up.
God, the second Ezra 9:4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spoke of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
That's right, man. So the Lord has spoken of these things since the beginning and put this vision inside the prophet's eyes, man, so they can see. All right, and it talks about Habakkuk 2 and 3, man. That vision, or 2 and 1, that vision is loudly speaking and everything.
Brother, you saw that's
Yeah.
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome, man. Get some of that on Stockholm syndrome, so we can edify brothers. You gotta look that up. Stockholm syndrome, man. This is something that, man, it makes you love your captor. Okay, this is what you see Jake in that spirit of, man. Stockholm syndrome, in love with their oppressor.
That's right.
Okay, man. We're telling you not to love the oppressor, man. Actually, hate the oppressor, hate the wicked, man. All right. What's it say? Don't I hate thee that hate you, O Lord? I hate them with a righteous anger,
Perfect hatred.
a perfect hatred. All right, man. It's not no joke about this thing. Modern day Christianity tells you to love everybody, man. All right, you don't love anybody that's lynching your daddy, raping your mama, killing your brothers and sisters. That's not something that you're going to continue to show love for. All right, that's called, man. You want revenge at the end of the day, and the scriptures say, "Vengeance is mine," said the Lord. So we're waiting on the Lord, and He's showing up in this time in which we're living in, while destroying the house of the wicked, man.
That's right.
All right, you got it up.
This is from the ClevelandClinic.org. This is places of disease. Stockholm syndrome is a coping mechanism
Come on.
to a captive or abusive situation.
So a cult of we got that in Baruch. Yet to stay in the land of our captivity. Yeah, man. So it's a coping mechanism, all right, to a captive, all right, to say, well, I can't beat them, let me join them. So you're out here talking about you voting for Kamala Harris, you're voting for Trump, all right. You know, what's his name, JFK the third. You know, you're voting for all these ridiculous as people that are put inside of the leadership roles and everything that have no business leading or even speaking anywhere, man.
Right.
All right, at the end of the day. You hit that one more time? Just that top portion. Yep.
Stockholm syndrome, a coping mechanism
Yeah, we're gonna bring
to a captive or abusive situation. Just a little bit on that.
Yep.
People develop positive feelings towards their captors or abusers over time.
So that is a great point the brother Mayan had brought out, going into that guy who was crying about talking about, well, we're American. It's not how you treat your own people and shit, man. Nah, man, you in fucking denial. You in black. You in darkness. You're stumbling at noonday and everything. She said, "Tired." Right. You got that, huh?
Baruch 2 and 30.
Yep.
God. There's a book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
Yep.
But in the land of their captivities,
That's right.
they shall remember themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 31. And shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I give them a heart and ears to hear.
That's right. So they have a heart and ears to hear the prophets who are sighing and crying and bringing out this truth. All right, and letting them know this is why you're sighing. This is why you're upset. This is why you're in a dumbass state of mind, man. Because you're taking hand in hand with the wicked, man. That's only leading you to destruction. All right, this is what's happening.
God.
Yeah, you got it.
God, it's, Baruch chapter 2 and verse 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity,
Right.
and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord.
That's right. Can you speak on that a little bit?
Verse 32, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, which is going on to us, brothers that came back. You know, we know we are in captivity, all right? And we think upon the name of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. we're praising him in this land, the land of Babylon, our last captivity, man, in the land of our captivity. Yeah, you got brothers praising, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all over the world, man. You got brothers in Europe, because it states in the land of their captivities. We're here in Babylon, but you got brothers Europe, South America, Central Mexico, Italy. You got brothers in Italy, man, praising Yahweh Shem Yahushai in the land of their captivities.
Right, and why that's so beautiful and amazing, because the scripture talks about this world, this gospel will go out into the whole entire world, and then the end will come, man. So, man, this world is going out, man. So what you see it or manifest is the end of this world in which we're living in, which is an end of a rulership or an end of a kingdom of perversiveness and wickedness, man. All right, and the brother made a beautiful point in that Baruch just going into how we're praising the Lord right now by bringing out this truth. This is Hebrews 13 and 15. It says, by him, therefore, let us offer the sacrifice of praise to Yahweh continually. That is the fruit of our lips, giving thanks to him. So, man, when we standing up in that great boldness, bringing out these scriptures, man, we're giving that sacrifice of praise. All right? What we're doing is preaching the gospel. We're preaching life into the dead of the house of Israel. Okay? And being dead is without the spirit of truth. All right? That makes you alive. So we're bringing out that truth, and this is when we're turning to the Heavenly Father in the land of our captivity, man. Okay? So, man, no more you're going to be following along with Babylon, doing what a Babylonian is doing. All right? Now you're separating and making yourself apart, and you're getting ready for that day of destruction, as Noah did, man. Been a preacher of righteousness and condemning the world of the wicked sinners and everything that's operating here. Man, you should be vexed out here with the conversation of the wicked. Be vexed out here with what the wicked is doing on a daily basis, man. All right, all the day, as we was in that second Ezra chapter 15, man, we're led to the slaughter. All right, everything is a trap and a snare. It's all lies and robbery when it comes down to it, man.
That's right.
All right, Bamalak, you holding that. You bring that.
Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2,
Yep.
and it reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn.
That's right, man. So it's nothing but mourning out here, man. All right, people are in an upset type of condition, but being that they have psychological issues or whatever, they're blinded ultimately. They don't see that, man. They're in a miserable state. So they're over drugging themselves. A lot of alcohol, a lot of pills, anything, a lot of sex, whatever can help them be comfortable out here, man. All right, it's but cognitive dissonance is what you see happening, man. Cognitive, your brain function is trying to create things that make you happy, but it's dissonance from your body. Your body is in pain, man. Our bodies is stressed out, so we have a lot of afflictions on the day to day, eating poison and everything, overwork, no sleep, and everything, always stressing. So our body is and our mind is on two different levels right now. And this is what you see happening out here in society as well. All right, let me continue this in this Hebrews 13 and 15, and then Yaradan, hit that one more time. This Hebrews 13, I get 16. It says, but to do good and to communicate, forget not, but with such sacrifices, Yahweh is well pleased, man. This is pleasing in the eyes of the Lord through the foolishness of preaching. All right, coming out on the highways and hedges. All right, offering up that praise, that sacrifice. All right, this is what the Lord is requiring of the men of the Lord. This is what's giving us that mark of exemption for the coming day of death and destruction. All right, 17 says, obey them that have the ruler over you and submit yourselves, for they watch over your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, but that is unprofitable for you, man. So those that are put inside of places of relationship through the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the scriptures talks about being in submission. All right, not coming up with your own way of salvation. All right, saying that, man, I'm gonna kickstart my own little group and this, that. No, be in submission to your teachers, the fathers. At the end of the day, man, this is what we must be doing on a day to day. All right, not operating as a Babylonian. You got that from the top, right?
This is second Ezra, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is in the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
That's right. Start up one verse again so we can hear those signs again that the Lord has told us to look for.
Verse 2.
Yep.
The second Ezra 9 and 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
When you see that one. Yeah.
Oh, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before.
That's right. Well, the point I'm trying to get, hold on right quick.
Trying to look for second Ezra 6.
Yeah, 9 and talks about the wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes.
For the people.
Yeah.
It's in Matthew 24.
Nah, it's
Second Ezra.
yeah. Brother, I read it. Second ago. Yeah.
Con.
This second Ezra 9 and 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world,
Right.
then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
That's right, man. So as reiterating that, man, the Lord has already told us what's getting ready to happen on the face of this earth, man. All right, He told us what to look for in these signs, these tokens. All right, are manifesting. The vision is speaking, as He talks about in Habakkuk 2. All right, so the vision that's written inside these scriptures, these prophecies are happening, man, and this is what the prophets of the Lord are out here prophesying about. All right, and with this prophecy, this consuming this kingdom in which we're living in. All right, these words of the Lord is tearing down all the strongholds, the lies, philosophies, and doctrines. All right, the image of the self-proclaimed white man is tearing them down through these scriptures, man. All right, because these things are happening, so we understand that the end of His kingdom is at hand.
That's right.
All right, so we're giving all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
Right.
When we open our mouths and we're screaming out what's getting ready to happen. This is not going to continue to last, man. All right, though they build, man, the Lord said He's going to throw down and everything, man. All right, so you can continue to build, but the Lord's going to continue to throw down everything that you see happening on earth, man. And as you sow, so shall you reap.
That's right.
All right, this is what's getting ready to happen. This is what's happening on earth. You got that out?
It's the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2 and verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of His mouth.
So this wicked man, all right, this man of perdition, this man of sin, this self-proclaimed white man is being revealed. All right, he is not upright. The spirit that's in him and everything he's done is to pollute you. He's adverse once again to these scriptures. So he is being revealed through the mouth of the prophets, man, who are the mouthpieces of the Lord.
That's right.
All right, you got it up.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, shall consume with the spirit of His mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of His coming.
So when the Lord comes back, all right, on the chariot, okay, He's going to destroy this place and the ICBM missiles as well. Okay, that's getting ready to drop and penetrate Babylon the Great, the virgin daughter of Babylon the Great. All right, this place is set for destruction. The Lord is not coming back to negotiate terms once again with you, man. He's come to free and deliver the children of the house of Israel. Okay, you got it. Huh?
2 Thessalonians 2 and 9. Even Him whose coming is after the working of Satan,
right,
with all power and signs and lying wonders.
That's right, man. They're just going into Esau Edom, his workings. All right, this is what he's doing, lying signs and wonders, saying that he can do anything and everything. You're seeing robots everywhere at this point in time in which we're living in.
That chip is going to be a great lying wonder. You know, who's bringing out this chip? You know, Edomites, man, Esau, which it tells you, even him who's coming is after the working of Satan.
That's right.
So there's a man here in this midst of all this society that's doing the working of Satan.
Right.
And it's Esau Edom, because we see who's bringing out, you know, this chip, who's coming out with all these lying wonders, all this technology, you know, the fatness of the earth. Esau was blessed with all that. Right. That's how we can tell who is this that's coming after the works of Satan. That's Esau, man. Right. Because this is part of his blessing. This whole fatness of the earth, the technology, the sword, that's all his blessing, man. That goes back to Genesis. That's how you can tell, okay, this is Esau's, you know, his rulership, his kingdom. Right. He's the one that's coming out with these devices and all this stuff. Okay, so
that's right. If I may,
God.
right quick. And then like all in the name of convenience. You know, it's more convenient to do this, but hand in hand, robots are taking other people's jobs. So now you got more poverty out here in the world. Because now it's more people being laid out, man. You don't need people patrolling the streets. You got robots walking up and down the streets now, man. Patrolling the streets, rolling by and shit, recording everything, listening to everything. All right, we already seen what's happening in Walmart, Lowe's, and all these other stores. You got the automated checkouts and shit, man. It's putting a lot of people into poverty, more impoverished right now. All right, so it's this is how he comes. He comes with something like, oh man, look at this. This is great. This is gonna be great for us. But then you see what it leaves. It leaves a broken and destroyed society at the end of the day. This is how he's ruled always. All right, you know, going into his democracy, going into man, I come in peace and everything.
God.
Benjamin Netanyahu, you know who, just said that, man, we want peace, we want peace, we want peace. At the same very time, launching ICBM missiles into the Middle East and other regions around them and everything, man. You don't want peace, man. You show with your actions that you want nothing but war and more blood. Right. You are a bloodthirsty individual, man. All right, and as the rest of your people are, man. That's how you are. Okay, you got it.
The Book of Psalms tells you that war was in his heart. So what is it? His words were smooth as butter.
Yep.
Oh, but war. That's the Book of Psalms right there.
You don't grab that right
now. The words were smooth as butter, but war was in his heart. Something around that. Roughly paraphrasing it.
Yeah. I got. It's 55 and 21.
That's Esau right there, man. Because it's true what that brother was saying. Amalek over there declaring they want peace. You know, with nations around, those Muslim nations around them, because they got enemies surrounding them Amalek, you know, small hats over there, man. Declaring they want peace, but they're doing the opposite, as the scripture says it, man.
All right, right here in the book of the book of Psalms, so I can 55, I'm going to start at 19. It says, Yahweh shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old, Selah, because they have no changes, therefore they fear not Yahweh. He hath put forth his hands against such and be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. It's 21, it says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Right? His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Right.
All right? It says, cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved, man. So as though we see this man of sin operating as a mass murdering, psychopathic lunatic, all right, the Lord said, man, we will not be moved. All right? Esau has that power right now that he can send drones and dogs with weaponry. All right, he can send just Esau through your front door, man. That's enough right there. That's a weapon of mass destruction. All right, the way the Lord has created him, not to fear blood, but have a blood thirst and everything. We got to go hunting all the damn time. As soon as your son 10 years old, man, you got to take him out there to slaughter animals. All right, this is something that the Lord has created inside of him. You got that blood thirst. Since thou hast not hated blood. Matter of fact, just grab Ezekiel 35 and 5. We'll read down on it.
Numbers, I believe, right? Since thou hast hated, no, blood shall pursue thee. Yeah, that is Ezekiel. 35, brother. 35.
Yeah, you got it out.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35 and verse 5, and it reads, because thou hast a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
Right.
In the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
Right. You got it up. Yep.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35 and verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
That's right.
Therefore, verse 6, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. See, if thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
So, man, we're setting our face against Esau and telling him about his blood thirst that he has, man. And that he has not hated blood, so therefore blood shall be pursuing you. So it's death and destruction that's coming to Babylon the Great, man, which is America, which is prophesied inside these scriptures, man.
Right.
All right. Can you jump back to Ezekiel 35:1 right quick? Because this is a requirement, once again, that we come out here, man, we make known the truth, man. All right, you got it.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35 and verse 1, and it reads, moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it.
You got it?
And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee.
That's right, man. So the Lord is not with you on Mount Seir, which is the dwelling place of Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, which would be America or Babylon the Great, referred to in these scriptures. The Lord Yahweh, who is his true name, is not God. All right, his true name is Yahweh, which means he exists, and his son's name is not Jesus. It is Yahweh Shah. All right, who means he saves and he delivers. Okay, so he's coming to destroy this place because he is not for it. All right, he's not for wickedness. At the end of the day, the Lord hates wickedness when it comes down to it. Okay, that's it. I wanted on that. You can hit that. Second Thessalonians.
It's the book of Second Thessalonians, chapter 2 and verse 9. I'm gonna start in verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Verse 10. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth.
That's right, man. That's the point, man. So you're going to perish for not receiving the love of the truth, which is this gospel. This is the gospel of peace that we're preaching to the so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native American Indians. That this world in which we're living in is not the end-all, be-all. All right? There's only one name on under the heavens that you can call upon and be saved and delivered. And that's Yahweh Shai. All right? So it's not Jesus. All right? It's not Yahuwah, whatever these not Christ. It's not none of that shit that they're out here proclaiming and they teach you, man. All right? These are unlearned men that the Lord is not dealing with. All right? It's Yahweh Shai. Brother can grab Acts 4 and 12. Yeah.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 4 and verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
So there's no other name, all right, that you can be saved. All right, salvation is through Yahweh Shai. All right, only through him that we can go back into the Father. All right, so not through Buddha, not through Hinduism. All right, not through none of this shit that's out here inside this world. Only Yahweh Shai, not Muslim shit, you know. No, it's through Yahweh Shai, man. He's the truth, the way, and the life.
That's right.
Back to the Heavenly Father, man. Back to deliverance. Back out of this captivity and everything. Okay? So, man, we put our trust and our belief inside Yahweh Shai, who ultimately is this word. And this is what we're teaching. The testimony of Yahweh Shai. All right? So it's the spirit of prophecy. So we're prophesying about the downfall of this place as we're commanded to do.
That's right.
All right? Isaiah, did you have one? Grab it. Isaiah 13 and 1.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 1.
Right?
For the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai will have mercy on Jacob.
That's right.
And will yet.
Isaiah 13.
Oh, that's not Salaki.
13. Kind. Psalm 60 and 4. Just hold that on there.
Salaki. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 1.
Yep.
The burden of Babylon,
right,
which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see.
Brother Mayan, could you grab the word burden in the edge of my line dictionary? We go into this word burden. All right, so it's because it's not a good thing to see the prophets of the Lord out here on the highways and byways talking about the downfall of a wicked, perverse society. All right, it doesn't matter how many men, women, or whatever gets drafted into this military. This next war is the end all be all for Babylon the Great, man.
That's right.
That third war.
That's right.
All right. It don't matter how many different type of robots or super drugs that you can pump inside of individuals to make them super soldiers. Man, the Lord is coming with thousands of angels, man. And the scriptures talks about one angel destroy this whole planet, man. All right. We got it, out.
This is the word burden in the etymology dictionary. A load that which is borne or carried. Old English.
Right.
A load, weight, charge, or duty.
Right. So a charge that has been set. And this is what we're doing, testifying against the wicked in this society. We're calling him out for the bullshit that he's been doing. All right. You can start the top on that one, on burden.
A load.
A load. All right. So it's something heavy they have to carry all the way into the end. And we're at the end right now. So that load is getting heavier and heavier because now it's time to pay the toll. Now it's time to pay for all that debt that you done racked up and everything across this whole world. All right? Everything that you've done to the so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native American Indians, it's time for you to reap what you sow, man.
That's right.
All right? So it's a heavy load to have to carry. This is why things is getting desperate in this society. You're seeing the collapse of economic, the collapse of government. All right? You're seeing the collapse of civilization, all sorts of ways. All right? They're putting the woman on top of the man, and also in this society, they have been. All right? And that is a direct assault on any society. All right? So we're seeing the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America, and it's a beautiful thing.
That's right.
Things are getting put back into their righteous estate, and the righteous rulers are getting ready to rise up.
Right.
Okay? Because it talks about that in 2 Ezra 6 and you start at 7. Any more on that burden? Okay.
This is 2 Ezra 6, verse 7.
Right?
Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the time?
Right. Parting asunder of the times. Parting asunder of the times, meaning the end of one time and the beginning of the next. It's gonna expound upon that. You got it, huh?
For when shall be the end of the verse and the beginning of it that follows?
That's right.
Verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, right. Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Right, so Esau was born first. Jacob and Esau are twins. All right, so Esau came out first. You got it, huh?
2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
So it's symbolic to Esau's kingdom being first on earth. All right, and then Jacob's kingdom coming after the fall of Esau's kingdom. So it's not a coexisting with Esau, this kingdom over here on the west, and our kingdom over here in the east. No, our kingdom is going to be the entire earth at the end of the day. That's right. Esau's kingdom, which is the self-proclaimed white man's kingdom, will be at an end. Right. And sooner or later, after 1,000 years, after he's rebuilt and suffered the punishment in which he has inflicted the whole entire earth with, he's going to be eradicated off the face of this earth, man. That's right. No more of this corny, cornball, goofy-ass, frail bullshit that you see on this earth, man. All right? You're going to see the prideful be abased in this day that right. The Lord is coming back to do, man. So this is a burden that Esau has to carry because Esau's fall goes simultaneously with the fall of Babylon the Great.
That's right.
Okay? You got that.
Isaiah 13.
Yeah. You got one?
No, Isaiah 13. Okay. Well, the book of Isaiah, chapter 13.
Yeah.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 1.
Yep.
The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see.
Right.
Verse 2. Lift ye up a banner,
right,
upon the high mountain.
Right, so we're lifting up the banner. The banner is this word, these scriptures. All right, this is the banner in which the Lord has given unto us once again, and that high mountain is Babylon the Great. Okay, and brother holding that Psalm 60? No. Yeah. You got it, huh?
This is Psalms chapter 60, verse 4.
Yep.
Thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee.
Right, so it's only specific men who are going to have this word once again. Those who fear the Lord. Okay? Now, where's that at? It talks about the fear of the Lord. The mysteries are with those who fear the Lord. Psalms 25 and 14. Bamalak. No. All right, because it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Lord, but man, the fear is the beginning of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right. Once again, that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is the stability of our times. All right? You got it. Fine.
Oh, like the book of Psalms, chapter 25, and verse 14.
All right.
And it reads, the secret of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh
Right.
is with them that fear him.
Right. So the secrets. All right. The dark parables, the proverbs. What are the mysteries, brothers? The scriptures. All right. The truth. What's written inside of here? Having the eyes to see and the ears to hear what these words are saying, man. All right. So the secrets are revealed to the prophets or the elect of the house of Israel, those who fear the Lord. Those who fear the Lord are doing what they need to do once again to be cleansed from this world. And how you do that is be cleansed with the washing of the word. All right. The word is also symbolic to hyssop or even water. These are cleansing agents that cleanses us. All that don't get the cleansing through this word, all right, are going to get the cleansing through the fire, death, and destruction that's getting ready to fall on the face of the earth, man, which is the second death, which is the baptism of fire.
Right.
All right, so the elect are being baptized with this word, man. These are the men who are coming up, putting off the old man, coming up as that new man, all right, putting off the weak nature and understanding that we're at the end of this world.
Right.
All right, so it's time to get right and understand that, man, we have to do the things that are right, which is according to these scriptures. Okay? You get that one more time?
Psalm chapter 60, verse 4. Thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee, that it may be displayed because of the truth.
That's right, man. So it's being displayed right now through the mouthpiece of the prophets. What's written inside this gospel. Because they're the only ones who have the true understanding. So it's not a vocab, all right? It's not how you see. It's not none of these other camps that have not going about this thing in truth and sincerity. All right, starting with Bright Millstone, we have the truth, man.
That's right.
100% truth, and this is what we're harling out here on these words. This is what we're purveying to the world, man, and to the Negroes, Hispanic, Native American Indians first, man. All right, this truth is what's going to set us free from the bondage of this place in which we're living in, man. All right. I want to say. No, that's not it. All right. Bomb a lot. Can you hit that? On that
You got it again?
Yep. Yep. Matter of fact, no. You got it. You got it. Hit that Isaiah 13 or 2. I was just sorry.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. Okay.
Right, and right quick, the gates of the noble is going into the elite. All right, going into the rulers of this place in which we're living in. All right, those who are high, in society, the authority, the government, high is going into the gates of the noble through the internet. All right, so this word is going out all over the place. The burden of Babylon. Okay, these mysteries, these secrets, all right, are being made known to the rulers. That, man, this place is over with. We have to come back into our identity. All right, we understand who we are. All right, and we're putting off the bullshit of this society and operating as the Lord has created us to operate in, which is being the seed of righteousness. All right, let's see. I got one right quick. Yeah, it's almost like it's 14 and 14.
Okay, come.
So it's 14 and 14 to 17. There we go.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 14,
All right,
and verse 14.
because we're putting off that old man and we're operating as that new man out here right now. All right, we're hating the stains of the flesh and that old person that we used to be. All right, and we're living our lives as the Lord's commanded us to be, man. That's been that living sacrifice and everything. All right, being cut off from this world, being alive in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Okay, you got it. Right?
Come. 2nd Ezra 14 and verse 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature.
That's right. So the thoughts of the mortal of men, the thoughts that men have. All right. What about this girl over here? What about this woman? All right, I gotta make it right with her. What about this job I have, man, and everything? Nah, you should keep the job, in the time in which it's provided unto us. But it comes a time when there ain't gonna be no job to keep. We're gonna have to be separate completely out of this society. Lord has blessed us with bread, our daily bread to sustain us and everything. But man, it's got to be a line in the sand somewhere that you're not willing to cross. All right, you have to be like, nah, that's too damn far, Babylon. I'm not going about it with you no more, man. I'm not doing this. Going and clocking into that stupid ass 9 to 5. All right, nah, I'm gonna put my trust on the Lord that He's gonna make provisions. He's gonna make a way as He's always has done. So we're putting off that weak nature in the time in which we're in and not waiting to put it off. Because when that time happens, when this society collapses and everything, you ain't been putting off the weak nature, what's going to happen to you? And you're going to be destroyed. That's right. You're not going to be able to handle all that pressure that's getting ready to get poured out. All that death and destruction that's getting ready to be poured out, as it talks about in the book of Psalms, the 91st chapter. Can you grab that? Psalms 91 and 7. Start there and read the 8.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 91, starting verse 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
That's right, man. So in the time in which we're in, it's going to be a lot of death and destruction. We're entering in, goes into the fall of Babylon the Great. All right? So if you've been taking up the ways of Babylon the Great, you also are going to meet that fate. Okay? You got some more of that? Yep.
Verse 8, only with thy eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
Right, man. So the Lord has care for His elect. Okay? But the wicked will be destroyed. Right? The scriptures say, all that do not believe in Yahweh Shai, that He is His blood is what cleanses us from all the wickedness and sin. He is our salvation, will die in their sins, man. That's right. All right? All the unfaithful will die, as it talks about in 2 Ezra chapter 15, man. All right? So it's nothing coming for you but death and destruction for taking hold of Babylon the Great and casting these words behind you. Okay? You got it.
2 Ezra chapter 14 and verse 15.
Yep.
And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
Yep.
Verse 16. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
Right. So greater evils, all right, are getting ready to happen and fall upon the face of this earth. Unimaginable things, man. All right, we've never seen wild animals rip somebody apart, rip children apart. The teeth of wild beasts and everything. All right, we ain't seen nobody getting beheaded. Some people grew up in rougher neighborhoods, might have seen somebody get shot or something or stabbed and everything. But man, a lot of death and destruction, man, that's something that we have not seen, face to face. They showed in the movies and everything, but that's something that, man, you don't know what you're gonna do in that day. You pray that the Lord keeps you sustained in that day, man. All right, seeing all this death and everything that's happening on the face of this earth. All right, that's the only way we're gonna make it out of it. All right, the Babylon is gonna fall.
Gone.
Can you grab? That's it on that. Jeremiah 51 and 7. All right, we're gonna talk a little bit about Babylon and how these other nations are mad at this place, man. All right, they're not taking this place. They see what taking of the ways of Babylon produces, and it produces more death, man. Right. All right. Got it.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand,
right,
that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine.
Yep.
Therefore the nations are mad.
Right quick, brother on the other side, what does Babylon go into? That's right. The Hebrew word is Babal, which means a land of confusion or confused noise. All right. So the ways in which this place pushes is only going to confuse you. It's only to push you away and keep you in darkness. And being in darkness, that goes into the stumbling that you're going to be doing. Thinking that, this way is right. Oh, it's okay. I'm comfortable. I'm happy. Man, that's not right, man. You should be living a disciplined life. pleasing Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah in view of the Negroes, Hispanic, Native American Indians of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right? Babylon the Great pushes debauchery. All right? Mayan, can you got that word debauchery? The Edamine Online Dictionary. It pushes nothing but wickedness and pollution.
Con.
Okay? Go.
Con, bro. Just going into Babylon. Real quick, it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 9. The show of their countenance doth doeth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto them. So we know Babylon, which this great city, which is Babylon, is spiritually known as what? Sodom and Egypt. All right, so this land, Babylon, the land of confusion, which is America, declares their sin as Sodom, as stated here in Isaiah 3 and 9. Okay, they hide it not.
Right.
Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
Right. And Isaiah is speaking of right there, the Israelites, but they're interchangeable with Babylon the Great. All right, that's showing us that not hiding sins, not just doing as thou wilt. All right, worshiping Lucifer, worshiping Satan at the end of the day, the devil. All right, so they're not hiding it; they're promoting it throughout the whole earth. All right, you got it, Maya.
Con, this is the etymology of the word debauchery. To entice, seduce, lead astray.
That's right.
Entice from work or duty to lead astray. That would be the main point right there.
Right. I got it etymology. Well, I got it in the Google definition. It means extreme indulgence in bodily pleasures, and especially sexual pleasures. All right, behavior involving sex, drugs, and alcohol that is often considered immoral. All right, so everything that's going into drugs, goes into sex, going into pleasure, this is what's at a high vibration out here in Babylon the Great, man. That's why you see the lewdness of the situation out here. All right, every time you turn on television, you see somebody twerking or some lewdly dressed, scantily dressed woman. All right, and they're pushing "do as thou wilt" and everything. You seeing the so-called alphabet gang, LOMO, you know who, doing whatever the fuck they want to do, and they're pushing it not only to adults, but they're pushing it to your children on the Netflix kids and all that other dumb shit. All right, any opportunity they have to push their wickedness and their filth, this is what they're pushing. That's right. All right, and so we're making known what's happening on the face of this earth, on this earth. All right, that this place is pollution, and the ways of it is to destroy you, man. All right, bestiality, man. That's something high that they do here inside of Babylon the Great. The filthiness of the minds, whatever they want to do, this is what these people are doing here. And we're telling you that, man, this place is wicked and it will be destroyed for the wickedness of this that is promotion in the face of this earth, man. Can you hit that in Babylon? Isaiah, what is that?
Jeremiah 51 and 7. God. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 7.
Yep.
Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken over wine, therefore the nations are mad. Verse.
Right. So the nations are mad. So this is why you see everything happening. People aligning themselves or stepping away from Babylon the Great. They said, "No, we can do without them," and everything. I was listening to somebody. I think it was on NPR, but it was some African Hamite on the news talking to the Edomite host or whatever. He was telling them that, man, we don't like Western ways and Western cultures. So when Russia comes over here, they're against colonizers and colonism and everything. So we're more prone to go with the Russians and everything else like that, what the Hamites were talking about. All right, but they were pushing, basically saying that, man, we don't deal with the Western culture and the Western way of living. All right, so there's a separation happening on Earth right now.
That's right.
That doers that wilt, that filth, that make the man effeminate and everything. All right, put the woman in a man's position and everything. All right, the lewdness, man. The world is through with that shit. They understand it's only leading us to more death, more destruction, more impoverished way of living, more poverty and oppression. Okay? Brother can grab Habakkuk 2, I believe 5.
Get it?
You got it, fine.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 5,
All right?
and it reads, Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires as hell, and is as doubt, and cannot be satisfied.
That's right, man. He's a proud man, and neither keeps us at home. He's all over the damn place. He has more military bases and installations than anybody. He's covered the whole entire world. All right? So he wants to make this world as deaf. Now he does that by pushing his philosophies and his doctrine. All right, so the rest of the world sees that now. They say that, oh man, if he has something, if you have something he wants, he's coming to take it.
Right.
All right, he wants, the resources. I believe we went into that last week. He wants your resources. He wants everything that you have. All right, and you continue.
But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
That's right. To his ways, he gathers all the nations and wants them to be doing the things that he wants to do. That goes into that NW order. All right, that new world. You know what? This is what he wants at the end of the day. Everybody to be one people, doing the same thing. Him being the God and everybody up under him. All right, one nation, under God, so to speak. All right. So this is what he's coming in with the RFID microchip, the mark of the you know what. All right. He's coming in with that because he wants the people who do not want to take of Babylon the Great ways. He wants to get rid of them. Okay. So he's trying to push certain individuals who are, ultimately going to be the elect of the house of Israel. These are the only men who have already been written in the book of life that will not take that, his mark or his rulership, or will not bow the knee to his society. All right. The Lord has reserved 7,000 men who will not bow the knee to Baal. All right. You got it, Doc.
Verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him?
That's right.
And a taunting proverb against him?
That's right, man. So the whole world is taking up a taunting proverb against Babylon the Great right now. All right. They're saying that, man, he is the wicked. He said we cannot continue to operate with this man of sin. Okay? You start from the top, Bamalak.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 6.
Yep.
And it reads, Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Right.
How long? And to him that ladeth himself with big clay.
And that clay goes into debt, but you're increasing things that is not yours. Esau, Edom, Babylon the Great. And so the world is crying out, saying, how long would this man of sin continue to operate the way he's operating with all the death, rape, and robbery and everything? So the world is taking up a proverb from the east to the west, north, and the south, and pointing out the man of sin who's a self-proclaimed white man who is Esau inside these scriptures. That man, your kingdom is going down. You are the wicked who has polluted the entire earth with your ways, which is your philosophies, your doctrine, your Jesus Christ, and everything. All right, your religion, do as thou wilt, your debauchery. All right, putting forth everything that's pleasing to the flesh. All right, he wants you to work all day for bullshit ass pay. All right, this is what people are following after in this society, which is nothing but a joke and a lie. Okay, a brother can grab Nahum 3 and 1. Matter of fact, bring that out right quick.
Isaiah 14 and 4 times. The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 4.
Yep.
That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon,
Yep.
and say, how have the oppressor seized,
Yep.
the golden city seized.
Right. So Golden City once again is Babylon the Great, which is America, which is predestinated to cease, to stop existing. It's not going to continue. All right, it's not. It's going to cease from existing because the Lord is coming back with that wrath, that judgment to this oppressing city. All right, so this proverb, this Taunton proverb, is what the men of the Lord have. They're telling you that, man, this is not something that's going to continue to last another 10, another 20 years. The signs, the tokens in which the Lord has given us, that's written inside these scriptures, are set. Are set. All right, you cannot call them back. He's not going to say, well, I'll give you another this, that, and the third. No, man, he set these up for a specific reason so the men who have eyes to see can see that, man, we are at the end of this world. All right, we are at the end of Esau's rulership and authority. So there's going to be more tornadoes, more hurricanes and earthquakes. There's going to be more mass die-offs inside of this earth, man. More pestilence. The C-19 was something like, all right, that your government put out here at the end of the day. That so-called loves you, all right, and cares for you. You see now that he cares nothing for you. He's done nothing but weaken the mass population of people by putting out his answer, which was that vaccination shit. All right. So man, we're seeing the fall of the enemy right quick. You got that in Nahum?
Nahum chapter 3, starting from the top. Woe to the bloody city.
Yep.
It is all full of lies and robbery.
So this is Nahum speaking of the empire of the Syrian Empire. All right. But we can reference, or it's interchangeable with Babylon the Great. All right. So this place is all full of robbery and lies. Everything that is pushed throughout the whole earth. I believe if you drop down to the 4th verse, it's going to go into that.
Nahum chapter 3, verse 4.
Yep.
Because of the multitude of the whoredoms,
Yep.
of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcraft.
Wow, man. So through the witchcraft, the enchantments, Esau Edom is a warlock, is a wizard and everything. All right, so you see his witchcraft playing out inside of society. People walking up under his spell, being as lewd and perverse and wicked as they want to be, and saying that there's nothing wrong with me and everything, man. But ultimately, inside these scriptures, man, there's something that's very much wrong with the so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native American Indians that's written on this sign, who are the children of Yahweh. Yasharallah, he princes of the power.
Right.
All right? But these other heathen nations and everything, they have not been given these laws, statutes, and commandments to live by. So them living wickedly is appropriate at the end of the day. It's their culture, it's their way of life, but we're not to take hand in hand. There's still a recompense or a righteous reward for living wickedly inside of this society, man. Can you hit that again, Doc?
Verse 4.
Yep.
Nahum chapter 3, verse 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations throughout her whoredoms, and families through her witchcraft.
That's right. You keep going.
Verse 5. Behold, I am against thee,
Once
says
again,
the Lord Yahweh.
the Lord is telling you that he's against you, Babylon the Great, man. All right? He is not for you. He's against you at the end of the day, man. All right? So you see signs that say, pray for America. All right? God bless America. All right? This is more of the philosophies, doctrines, these lies in which this place is pushing and promoting. All right? The Lord is set destruction or appointed destruction for this place. And that word woe goes into sudden destruction. So it's woe unto Babylon the Great, man. All right? And this is what the prophets of the Lord are saying. Once again, talking about the downfall of a kingdom of wickedness and perverseness, man, as Sodom and Gomorrah was. They're talking about the straight destruction of this place in which we live in, man, and not going about, and existing in this place like just something that you want to raise your children or have families inside of, man. All right, shutting down the wickedness of this place in which we live in and the rulers. All right, it's more on that.
And I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
That's right. So once again, the Lord has made Esau bare, and brother, grab that. The Lord has made Esau bare through the mouthpiece of the prophets. All right, and the nakedness. So now you see what's happening on the whole earth. This Taunton proverb of the vibration that Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man of the Western cultural society, is what has polluted the entirety of the earth. So you're hearing that vibrating all throughout the whole entire earth. So now you understand that the end is here. So these other countries are getting weaponry, are boasting up themselves, ready to come and fight this place, man. All right. And the least of the flock, which is the modern day Israel over there in the land, is drawing them out. All right. Which is the chief house of Edom, which is Amalek. All right. So he's drawing them out by the bullshit that he's doing over there in the land that was all predestinated for him to do. So they're getting these alliances over there in the Middle East and everything, saying that, hey man, we all got to stick together so we can come against this the Western Front or the Esau Edom at the end of the day. So this is what you see mounting up in this time. All right. So you see the third wall, which we're in right now. All right, but it's coming quickly. You're going to see that the more missiles being lobbed back and forth. You're going to see more death and destruction. All right, until this place declares it, and I believe this place is getting ready to declare it this month, man, before the election happens next month. All right, so man, get ready to see all that wickedness continue to increase on earth, man, and so that cool, calm, and collect spirit, you get ready to see everybody in dire need, operating in desperation of what we're going to do, what's going to happen, this, that, and the third. But the prophets have been out here for the house of Israel, telling you what to be doing, what's going to happen.
That's right.
All right, so that day does not come upon you as a thief in the night.
That's right.
All right. You have something? I was looking for that one in Psalms that says that he thought that he was all alone with you. I believe it's Psalms 51. It goes into slanders your own brother. Isaiah 50, around there.
Psalms 50 and 20. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 50 and verse 20.
Can you hit 19 and read down to 21?
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 50, Salakia, Psalms 50 and verse 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Verse 20. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother.
Right.
Thou.
All right, and right quick, this is Esau speaking against his brother, who is Jacob, the house of Israel. You've been sitting there slandering your brother all these years. You got it.
God. Psalms 50 and 20. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son.
That's right.
Verse 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence.
Right.
Though thous that I was altogether such as one as thyself.
Right. So you thought the Lord, Yahweh, was with you while you were hanging and lynching the Negroes, Hispanic, Native American Indians from trees. You thought the Lord was with you because you never gave you that recompense and everything, man. All right. The Lord is long suffering. The Lord is patient at the end of the day. Prophecies had to be fulfilled, and we're in the time that all prophecies are being fulfilled.
That's right.
So now, therefore, the prophecies are being fulfilled. It's time to pay for the crimes that you've done against humanity. So you see the fall of this kingdom. Esau Edom's kingdom, man. All right.
There's a little bit more. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. That's reprove thee, reprove Esau, and set them in order before thine eyes. The Israelites, man. Those going to set the elect, the small remnant, in order before thine eyes. Okay. That's it on verse 21.
Bamalak, can you grab 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1? So we are in those times, man. All right. The Lord is not with Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. The Lord has been fighting for the house of Israel, the Negroes, Hispanic, Native American Indians. So it's not a thing that happens on the world stage, whether it's in Poland, Greece, or somewhere down in Africa. that is not pertaining or concerning the house of Israel, which is the Negroes, Hispanic, Native American Indians.
That's right.
So these things that are happening which is a process of us getting our real freedom, or from this captivity of Babylon the Great, which we're living in. So this is the time and season in which we should be watching and praying to be able to escape the total destruction of Babylon the Great, man, and not going hand in hand with the wicked. All right, you got it, man.
The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, and verse 1,
Yep.
and it reads, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you."
Right. So the brethren, the house of Israel, all right, those who have eyes to see at the end of the day. Right? You've been watching, you've been praying, especially to these other camps, man. You should see what time we're in. We're not in the time to be building inside of Babylon. All right? Building houses and buying land and all that shit. Talking about a 401k. All right? No, we're in the time to be ready to flee out of the midst of Babylon. Saving your soul, as the scriptures talks about, man. Okay? So this is the season of war in which we're in.
Right.
All right? This is the season in which the Lord is coming back to destroy, make war, all right, and destroy this place, man. All right, we got it out.
Verse 2, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushua so cometh as a thief in the night."
That's right, man. So the coming of the Lord, the days of destruction, all right, Jacob's trouble and everything, it comes as a thief in the night, man. As the brother had read earlier, going into make no tarry to turn to the Lord, man. When you're in your security, when you're safe and everything, like, man, I got this, that, and the third in the bank account, all right, which really means you ain't got shit when it comes down to it, because it's their bank, it's their money that you got to go ask for and everything. But when you're in your safety, all right, man, things is looking good, man. Everything's gonna crash down on you. You're gonna say, man, I've done nothing to prepare for this coming destruction on the face of this earth. All right. Let's see. Hold on, right quick, bud.
Get that revelation.
Yep.
Got
It's 1911.
it. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 19 and verse 11.
Yep.
"And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse."
Right, and right quick, that white goes into purity, goes into righteousness, and that horse goes into power.
That's right.
All right, you got it. And also, it goes into the chariot of the Lord.
Right.
You know, that the so-called UFO or the UAP. This is what he's looked up in heaven and he saw. Okay, you got it.
God, Revelation 19 and 11. "And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True,
Right.
and in righteousness he doth judge and make war."
Right, so Yahushua is the word of Yahweh. All right, and the scriptures talks about how these words are faithful and true. So everything that has been written inside these scriptures are going to come to pass.
That's right.
As we're standing out here in great boldness, as the scriptures prophesied us, we'll be doing in the book of Ezekiel 37, coming out that the dry state, that dead like a state, being those dry bones and everything, being filled with the Holy Spirit and everything. Man, we're standing up in that with the Holy Spirit upon us right now. All right. So what you see happening is prophecy being fulfilled, man. You got it out.
God.
More, man.
Revelation 19 and verse 12.
Right.
"His eyes were as a flame of fire,
Right.
and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself."
Right. And those eyes are going into the lasers from the chariots, man, zapping shit when they return. All right. The Lord is coming to make war and to judge everybody. So, man, those who are sleeping right now, man, you're going to be caught off guard in that day. All right. So it's war coming.
That's right.
Just going into how, man, this is the time of war, not peace. All right. The ruler that's in this world right now, he was given the world to take peace up off of this world, being that red horse as it talks about in the book of Revelation. All right. And he's been ruling with that sword as we've been going into. You're seeing the death, destruction. You're seeing rape. You're seeing all sorts of nastiness on the face of this earth, man, because the wicked is in rulership.
That's right.
As we've been saying. You got it out.
The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 3. "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
That's right, man. Let's vote for the new president of the United States of America. All right, Carmela is going to bring peace and safety. Down in North Carolina, they say, we need Trump. That's what he said. You know, Trump wouldn't do us like this. They're talking about this peace and safety that is at a farce right now if it's not through Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, because we brought it out, Isaiah 33:6. Only the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures are going to be the stability of our time. That's right. That's the only thing that's going to save us. That's why Yahweh Shai was manifested to do at the end of the day, to save us and deliver us, man, at the end of the day. All right? But you keep on going.
Verse 4, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief.
That's right. So we're watching. We're not in darkness. We've been illuminated through this light and everything. Brother can grab what's that? Wisdom of Solomon chapter 4. We're not in that. We're not children of the dark, man. We're children of the light. So we're walking after the light at the end of the day, which is the truth. Chapter 4. Yes, I believe. No, that's not it. That's not it. Hold on. Damn. Let's see. Wait. That was 4-1, but.
I don't know.
Let's see, Nah, but bring that back out. I'll find it. Lord willing, there come.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 4, and it reads, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief. Verse
right.
5.
So those who are not in darkness, those who are in the light, they have the understanding of what's getting ready to happen on the face of this earth. All right? So they're doing what is necessary to escape these things, what's required, as we've been going into. All right?
12.
Yeah. Go ahead and read it.
It's in Solomon chapter 4 verse 12. For the bewitching of nothingness doth obscure things that are honest, and the wandering of concupiscence.
Yeah, you got it. Nah, that's not it. Nah, it's in the Apocrypha. It'll come to me, Lord willing. All right. You can hit that again, Bob.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Want me to go back and forth?
Time.
1 Thessalonians 5 and 4. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that the day should overtake you as a thief.
That's right. So that day will overtake you as a thief, meaning that, man, you don't know what's happening. All right. A thief doesn't make an appointment to come hit up your house. A thief is kind of just popping up when you're not aware. When you sleep or everything, or you're not at the house. No lights are on for the most part. And just doing what they want and what they will with your situation. All right, you got it, huh?
Verse 5. Ye are all the children of the light,
All right.
and the children of the day. We are not of night nor of darkness.
That's right, man. So we are the children of truth. All right, which goes into the light. All right. Yahweh Shai is the light. You really got it? All right. And Yahweh Shai is the word. So with this word, man, we have the light. We have which the light going into it, it stimulates vision. So we're able to see. All right. I believe in ancient times, it talks about in scriptures, the prophets were called seers. All right, because they had the vision, they was able to see and everything. All right.
The book of John, chapter 8, and verse 12.
Yep.
Then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Is that the one you were?
Well, John 1 and 5.
Okay, kind.
Yep. And you read down on that.
It's the book of John, chapter 1 and verse 5. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Verse 6. There was a man sent from the Most High.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you want me to start off at 5?
Up 5.
Okay, count. It's the book of John, chapter 1 and verse 5. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Verse 6. There was a man sent from the Most High Yahweh, whose name was John.
Right.
The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe.
Right. So, man, we're in that same walk, in that same state. We're bearing witness of the light, that all men may believe, which is the light, once again, is Yahweh Shai, who's the light of the world. So, man, we're operating inside of this light, inside of this truth. Not operating as the individuals do inside this world, man, in darkness and everything. You got it, Bond.
First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 6, and it reads, therefore let us not sleep as do others,
right?
but let us watch and be sober.
That's right. So being sober is, yes, it's talking about watching the things you drink, but more importantly, the philosophies and doctrines that you're taking in. Because once again, Esau Edom pushes lies and deceit. So if you're taking up his ways, it'll have you drunk out here and everything and what you're doing. So we're to be sober-minded at the end of the day, walking after the light. All right, you got it up.
Verse 7, but they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
Right, you got it.
Verse 8, but let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation.
Right, man, which is the armor of Yahweh. Being that we're at the spiritual war on a high level that's manifested into the physical world, that we have to be girded up with this truth, which is the armor of Yahweh, as talks about in Ephesians 6 and I believe 11. All right, we have to put this on a daily basis when we come out here into this world, man. When we in our own households. All right, always have your armor on, or your garment on at the end of the day, which is this truth. All right, because this is what's going to sustain us at the downfall of Esau Edom's kingdom, man. All right, not nobody else, and everything. You know, that's all right. That's going to drive me crazy too. But man, we just wanted to come out here to preach this gospel, man. And we get ready to get up out of here, brother. Have nothing. All right. So with that, perfectly just edifying, uplifting to the body. We're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash.
double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops at Great Millstone for teaching us this truth and ruling well. Peace, blessings, salutations to the Akim who are putting on that link. Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Shalom.